Now, the Yamaha MT-03 is essentially your gateway hooligan bike. If you compare it to the KTM 390, it's not the lightest. If you compare it to Kawasaki Z500, it's not the most powerful. The Yamaha have never been afraid to go a little bit different. They know what they're giving you, and that is a fantastic rider experience. Now, you might be looking for one of these, and you might have some friends that are saying more powerful bike is necessary. You need more power, you're gonna miss out. But are you really missing out riding one of these? I'm gonna take it through the city, then I'm gonna take it on the dual carriageway, and then, most excitingly, I'm gonna take it on some B roads and see just what this bike's all about. But before that, I'm gonna run through the stats. I'm Liam, and this is Moto Planet.
So, here we go. Absolute hoot on the twisties. I am a fan.
Nothing more, nothing less. Now, stats, what are you going to get? So, you're going to get a 321cc parallel twin, which is Euro 5 Plus compliant. You're going to get 41.4 brake horsepower at 10,750 RPM. You get 29.5 Newton meters of torque at 9,000 RPM. You've got a fuel tank capacity of 14 litres, weighs 168 kilos, and you're going to see around 55 to 70 miles to the gallon, depending on how you ride it. And how much did it cost? It cost £6,300. Now, let's head back in time and have a look at my first ride. Huge thanks to Yamaha MES in Queens Ferry for lending us another bike. Let's take a look.
Now, I've got a few different tests I want to run today. So I'm going to mix up the route a little bit. And whereas normally we'd go on the dual carriageway through a little town, today I'm going to take a little diversion and I'm just going to try and ride it through the city. Because that is where this thing comes into its own. Because obviously it's little, and look at that. This is why 300 cc's and all those other little bikes are so much fun. I'm really looking forward to this one. So we're going to go down here. No cruise control, no traction control. It's got ABS, of course. So far, I like it. It's got a nice bit of pull. It's got a nice power delivery. That's the thing about Yamaha, isn't it? So we're going to go through some traffic now, see what this is all about. Nice and smooth on the throttle. Yeah, and I will say it pulls quite nice. So I'm doing 20 in fourth. Okay, it's a little bit boggy there. Put it into third, 20 in third. Okay, so it picks up at around 4,500, 5,000. No, I don't have. It's so light and agile. You can really feel that short wheelbase and that small little dinky frame. I am a motorbike and I can ride on the bus lane. Oh yeah, it tips in nicely. Look at that. Responsive. I also like the no frills LCD. Obviously there's no rider modes, it is just a bike. Oh, my foot's on the exhaust there. Yeah, it is quite cramped, but it doesn't feel too cramped. My knee is touching the tank though. Clutch is nice. It's quite heavy on the side of your smaller bikes. Usually it's a little bit lighter, but it feels substantial, it feels quality. Oh yeah, this is playful. I am a fan. Brakes are good as well. Brakes do feel nice. I think the 300 definitely fits. It fills that little gap, doesn't it, between the 500 and the 125, well, obviously. I think if you were to live in the city, this would be a no-brainer. Easy. Absolute doddle. I'm also enjoying having a normal flipping indicator switch. Yeah, this is encouraging me to become a hooligan. Believe it or not, even though I am quite cramped up on it, I don't feel uncomfortable, whereas normally I would by now. Oh, she purrs. And she does rev quite high, so I think peak power is at around 10,000, 10,200 RPM. Slipper clutch is a nice touch. What I like about a slipper clutch is it makes you feel like you're doing a really good job at rev matching, but realistically you're actually not. I would say that was a very pleasant ride through the city. Granted, the traffic wasn't mega, but obviously I've got narrow handlebars. It's very lightweight. It inspires quite a lot of confidence if you want to filter. I know for a lot of new riders, filtering can be a little bit daunting. It's also got enough pull if you get the bike right, and if your pull-offs are good. Now then, we're going to jump on the dual carriageway and then see what I think about doing national speed limit on there with the traffic, a bit of buffeting. I mean, I know it's not going to be pleasant. It's not exactly something you do and go out of your way, but you're going to have to do a few stretches at some point, aren't you? So, here we go. The fourth. Keep it going. It revs nicely. Look at that. All the way. I'm in sixth. I'm getting 70.4, 61.4, 63 to the gallon. If I twist it and hold it at 70 exactly. See if I can get that. Oh, that's 55, 59. Feel very, very planted, very comfortable. This, I can just tell you right now, this is going to be an absolute hoot on the twisties. It's so addictive because there's not an overwhelming amount of power, but there's also not an underwhelming amount of power. So yeah, you can really feel it start to roar. Just so you get to about 9,000 RPM, that engine's starting to come alive a little bit. Definitely wants to be revved. I'm also quite pleasantly surprised at how little vibrations there are. Little narrow tracks like this. Feels like a million miles an hour. I like this bike, I like it a lot. Now then, my favourite bit. The B road. The way it just rolls on, the power coming out the corners is so comfortable. I strongly urge you to pay no attention to all the numbers on the spec sheets. If you look at the Kawasaki, the Z500, that is the most powerful on paper, and this is a little bit underneath that. But such is the magic of the MT bikes, and it's such is the magic of Yamaha. It's that character and it's that personality. This is such an engaging little ride. That is pulling the lay-by. A bit starved really. I want to just keep riding it all day. And we'll have a little walk around and we'll talk about a few of the bits I like and don't like about the bike.
What do you reckon?
This is an absolute charmer. All I'll say is, it's a Yamaha. Through and through, Yamaha. And I will explain what I mean by that.
As you can probably tell from that first ride, it was quite possibly one of the most fun rides I've been on for a very, very long time. This bike just has this ability to capture the essence of what motorcycling is. And I think that's a bit of a trait across Yamaha in general. They don't chase stats and figures. They know what they build and they know what they're giving you. Everything about it is very rewarding. And new for 2026, you do have the slipper clutch. We can all agree on the slipper clutch is nice because it keeps the bike stable going into the corners, which is going to inspire confidence. It also makes you feel like you're Valentino Rossi because it feels like your downshifts are crisp and smooth every single time. It all inspires you to be a better rider, which is kind of what these smaller bikes are all about, the A2 license. Throttle, power delivery, absolutely beautiful. You've got a nice dose of torque and power between about 6,000 RPM and 10,000 RPM. It's delivered nice and smooth. You've got a nice range, peaks towards the top. It revs out really nicely. It sounds great. It pops and bangs on the downshifts. The brakes are good. The suspension is absolutely perfect. Not too stiff, not too harsh. Keeps the line well. I cannot urge you enough to try this bike. And I promise you, if you're on an A2 license and you feel like your mates are riding bigger bikes and you feel like you might be missing out, you're not. You're not missing out on anything. You are having just as much fun in the corners, if not more, on this. Before we talk about the very few features that this bike does have, let's just talk briefly about what it looks like. Now, if you ask me, I think it looks very good. It looks aggressive and it looks, well, hyper. And it is one of the hyper nakeds. A couple of things I do like. I like these little fins, I like the face, I like the intakes, and I like the way the whole aggressive lines follow the bike down. There are, however, two things I'm not a fan of. I'm not a great fan of the headlight here. I think that looks a little bit out of place. But more than that, this is a question to Yamaha, and if anybody wants to answer it, what on earth is the horn doing exposed like that? Tuck it away. Nobody wants to see it. But other than that, tidy looking bike. Now, special features, this won't take very long. It has a USB-A charging point there. You've also got an LCD screen, nice and basic. You've got your speed, you got your mileage, you got your fuel, you got your temperature. That's all you need, nothing more, nothing less, nice and basic. Other than that, simple. Now, comfort and quality, and I will start with the quality, and there are a couple of things that let it down ever so slightly. The rear indicator here is a little bit loose, as is the case with the light for the reg plate. The intake here, there's a little bit of play, but nothing excessive. It still feels like a very good quality bike. It is clear to see that Yamaha have paid quite a bit of attention to the quality of their bikes as of late. Now, when it comes to comfort, this bike splits opinions, and I'll get onto that in a moment, but we will start with the seat height. It is 780 millimeters, and as you can see, I'm pretty flat-footed to the ground. If you are shorter, I'm fairly confident you will be all right, and at the very least, have the balls of your toes to the ground. Now, where the opinions are split is here. If you put your feet to the pegs, you will notice, I don't know if you can see from there, but there is a small gap between my knee and the tank. If you're especially tall, or you've got especially long legs, you might find you feel a bit cramped. You might find your knees knocking into the tank. For me personally, I like it. I like the fact that I'm wrapped around the bike. I don't feel like I'm sat on top of it. I don't feel like I'm being cramped in. I feel like I could genuinely spend the whole day on the bike. Another thing a few people have pointed out is the lack of wind protection. Shock, it's a naked. But if you do want wind protection, you're going to need a screen. And if you want a screen, you can go directly to motoplanet.co.uk and pick out any screen you want. You can also put in your registration and it will show you all the ones that fit for you. Overall, I like it. I can spend the day on it. It's a comfortable bike. Now, before we go out for a second ride and have a little bit more of a chat about the bike, it's about time you heard it. So, you turn it on. Now, as you can hear, it's quite quiet on startup, but you give it a good bit of gas. Beautiful. It revs really nicely. You've got pops and bangs on deceleration. Don't know if they picked it up then. Corker. Anyway, I'm gonna get my helmet, I'm gonna go out for a ride, and we're gonna talk a little bit more about why you might not necessarily be missing out riding this compared to the more powerful bikes.
We can go back right in. Now then, let's just discuss topic of today. Do you need more power to have much more fun? Now, it depends what your case of fun is, let's be honest. The best way I can describe it, I've ridden the MT-03, I've ridden the MT-07, and I've even ridden the MT-09. Now, obviously, the MT-09 is an absolute unreal bike, and you will have a lot of fun. But it's a different sense of fun. The thing that this bike offers that the MT-09 might not necessarily offer, well, first of all, is a sense of confidence. So if you are honing your skills, look no further. This is absolutely perfect. You're maximising the fun on this bike. You're using all of the gears, and that's something you'll probably hear a lot of people mention, but it's true. Because that's where the fun is. That's where the excitement is. It's taking it all the way to the top of the revs. No, Jesus Christ! It's so fun. It's so rewarding, and it inspires so much confidence. I think that's the sweet spot of this bike. If you are on A2 license, this thing is going to make you feel like you're the absolute best motorcyclist in the whole wide world. Now, some of you watching are probably thinking, nah, no way you can have more fun on that than you would on something bigger and more powerful. I'm just saying possible, right? Because when it comes to the corners, okay, when you think about all the junctions, all the tractors, and all the other crap that you get on the road, yes, 1000cc is going to be a quicker bike on the straights, no doubt about it. But when you're going along B roads and twisty A roads and whatnot, you're going to be hard pushed not to keep up with those bikes on something like this. I urge everybody, and I mean everybody, if you've not ridden something like this, or this even, get over to Yamaha and try one out. And remember, it is a 300cc, so you're not going to get outrageous power, but you're going to get just about enough, and then find yourself a nice little B road, or even tear our ass around the city.
So, do you need more power to have more fun? Well, so long as you've got a Yamaha MT-03, absolutely not. You are going to have just as much fun, if not more fun, than all your mates on the bigger, more powerful bikes. The reason for that is the feedback you get from this bike is just unmatched. Everything about it, the power delivery, the way it brakes, the way it turns, it's a very rewarding machine and it inspires a lot of confidence. Okay, one day you might want to progress and you might want to get the bigger 07, 09 and the 10, for example, in the MT range. Go for it. But you'll come back to this and you will still think, wow, what a machine. The slipper clutch is really handy, especially if you are on an A2 license. That'll bring up your confidence, stability, as I mentioned earlier, going into the corners. I can't fault it. It is, like I said earlier, it captures the essence of what motorcycling is. It's the feedback and it's the rider experience. If you've enjoyed watching this video as much as I've enjoyed riding this bike, please put a comment, like the video and subscribe. I've been Liam, we've been Moto Planet. Thanks for watching. Ta-da.